Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Mike's Gaming Gala live stream. As you may have seen from the slate at the start of this stream, I am going to be at the Pinball Expo in the Chicago area, October 15th to 19th. It's their 40th anniversary. It's going to be their biggest and best yet. And best part for video game aficionados like myself, they are merging with VGS, the Video Game Summit. So it's going to be pinball, it's going to be arcades, it's going to be video games, there's going to be a game swap, there's seminars, there's factory tours, and I will be a guest there. I will be doing a talk on homebrew, kind of homebrew 101, the history of homebrew, where you can get them, how you can get into even making your own. So that is going to be an absolutely great time. We got Operation Shutdown in the chat. Yes, some Sunday Atari 2600 action. Normally when I stream on the weekends, I stream on Saturdays. But yesterday I was at the Toronto Prop Expo. And so that is an event that for 12 years I organized, and I retired last year. I did not organize it this year, which meant that I thought it wasn't going to happen. And somebody took it over, and I was able to go and for the first time actually just be an attendee, talk to a lot of friends, just have a great time seeing what people have done. I'll show you some pics from it. My boys came with me, and my dad came with me. This, you can see some of my table there. You'll probably recognize crowns from a few of my intros, different movie props. On the far right there, we have Hobbs from Calvin and Hobbes and Teddy from Mr. Bean. We got some Doctor Who, some Star Trek. On the other side of the table, you can't really see it, but there was a bunch of Star Wars stuff, some Pirates of the Caribbean, some Indiana Jones. Right at the bottom there, you can see the Barbasol can from Jurassic Park, Majora's Mask, a little Back to the Future stuff. But lots of really cool stuff. It's one of my big hobbies. My son, they have kind of live demonstrations, so he put his hand in this alginate and they made a mold of his hand, and he got to come home with a silicone version of his own hand, which he's having way too much fun with, like smacking his brother. And he's joked that when I ask him, can you give me a hand, he's just going to throw that hand at me. But something that I don't think I've shown you guys on the channel before, that Jurassic Park Jeep is mine. I took 3 different Jeeps because these old Jeeps, it's a YJ, so they were manufactured between 87 and 95. Mine's a 92. But they rust out really badly, so I had to do all the work to combine basically 3 Jeeps. I would buy a Jeep, swap the parts that I needed, and then sell the other Jeep. And I was able to put this together, and believe it or not, because I am not a wealthy man, that is a spray paint paint job. I think I did a pretty good job. Even mechanics that I take it to, they're like, yeah, for a spray paint job, it's pretty good. But we also had Herbie the Love Bug there, and the A-Team van, as you can see. And I could not resist when one of my friends with an R2 unit came out to get a picture of R2-D2 with my Jeep. So that was a really fun time, and like I said, I was really glad to just go there as an attendee, because I had organized it for so many years, and then you're running around, and before you know it, the day's done, and you didn't get to talk to anybody. Toronto Prop Expo, it's not so much a convention. It's like a cross between a con and a maker fair. Like, the vast majority of stuff on people's tables, they made, which is really cool. So I had a lot of fun doing that. But you guys aren't here for movie props. You guys are here for some Atari 2600. And we are going to play 2 awesome homebrews that I have recently reviewed. We're going to play Juno first, and we're going to play some Draconian. So that's going to be fun. Operation Shutdown, thank you very much. I put a lot of effort in that spray paint, but it also means that I am Like I can't properly wash the car. I kind of drizzle a bit of water on it and then wipe it with microfiber cloths. I've had that thing in that form for about 10 years now, and maybe a little bit more. And I really need to strip it down, take care of some of the rust that's on the body, and have it professionally painted. I would feel much better, but that is something that I've got to save up for, because as a father with dependents, it is not a priority in my life. But I like it a lot. It's fun to do. So we are going to play. We'll start with some Juno first. I did a review on this. Both of the games, Draconian and Juno first, that we will be playing today. The links for free ROM download are in the description. And this is an awesome one. Let me know how the audio is. I did do a test earlier. I think it should be okay. But as is required for Juno first, we gotta watch the title screen for a little bit, just for the music. Okay, let's play. Obsidian Contraption, hello, hello. Catch the little astronaut, and that gives us bonus points. And you can move in all directions, you can move backwards, but this kind of playfield loops, so you gotta be really careful moving backwards, because you might run into somebody. Oh, you want to get the astronaut. Come on. Oh, he went off the screen. It starts off pretty easy. The first few waves, you shouldn't have many issues getting through them, but then it gets really difficult later. Oh, I ran into a guy. Oh dear, I'm playing in front of the Retro Bliss winner for Juno first. Operation Shutdown has a lot of those Retro Bliss Ninja cards. For those of you who are not aware, Retro Bliss Gaming is a awesome channel. I do a podcast with Phil every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And on his channel, he does mostly live streams. And every month he has a Retro Bliss Ninja competition where you compete and you can win a Retro Bliss Ninja card. For bragging rights on your skill in any given game. He does multiple consoles. He does Atari 2600, obviously. He does intellivision. He does MAME, NES. No, I want the... There we go. Get the asteroid and just kind of make our way through gingerly all the alien attackers. Okay, well... Whoa. But one of the great things about this game, like I said, it's a free download. It used to be available physically on the Atari Age store, but not anymore, sadly. Due to the great port purge of 2023. Oh, my fuel's low. I gotta finish this level. There we go. But we understand why that had to be done, because Atari can't be involved in what are really illegal ports. But it's a free download. Download yourself some Stella, and you can play this. Like on the 2600, this is just awesome. Is that? No, that is. I want that astronaut. Operation Shutdown, you're gonna have to tell me how I compare to a ninja in this game. I don't think I played in that competition, but I'm not sure I would consider myself to be ninja worthy. By any chance, do you remember what your score was? Then I know what I gotta try for. Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't even see those guys come in. Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in there. Come on, guys. You dead. You dead. Hey Casey, we got Intellivision Gamer in the chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a high score for me anyway. I think, I started the same wave I finished at here. I've got it set for that, so we'll be able to see some new bad guys, although high scores might not be the thing. Oh, I missed the astronaut. Oh, heat-seeking bullets. The astronaut. Come here. Oh, picked him up and then crashed. That's what happens when you get greedy. Yes, they are freaking amazing games. Welcome, Kevin Strayed. Oh, jeez. That was a really bad score. Operation Shutdown says for the Retrobliss Ninja Contest, he think he scored 60,000 something. I may have already beaten his score. Well, it's nice to know that I'm at least in ninja territory then. And Intellivision Gamer is having lunch at work. Intellivision Gamer works lots of overtime to finance his absolutely amazing Intellivision collection. Oh, I missed the astronaut. This is why you start from the beginning for a high score. You don't resume from the same wave. Although there are some different bad guys that I'd like to show. Oh, I hate those heat-seeking bullets. Yes, we got him. Come here. More guys came, so let's take care of that straight away. Oh, I'm not paying attention. But you see how those bullets kind of heat seek you. Now, when an alien goes off the screen, he will reappear, but bullets won't. So if you can get those bullets to go off the screen, you'll be a lot safer. Okay, let's, what is the restart on this? I think it's F12? No, that's a snapshot. Okay, so let's start with wave 1. Or actually, hey, why don't I take you to wave 20 and you can see how badly I do and some of the different bad guys. Because we haven't seen a lot of these guys. We've seen the first two. Oh! Yes, this game is awesome. I love this game so much. I first saw this game years ago on Classic Game Room. Mark did a review on it. And I had to get a copy, so I did. And I have never been disappointed. But when I first got it, I got a loose copy, because I had no money at the time. And in the Atari Last Chance sale, I finally picked up a complete in-box copy, because it is one of my favorite 2600 homebrews. No, come on, get it. Yes, thank you. If we capture the astronaut, we have a little period where we get bonus points for shooting these guys. Whoa, whoa! No, heat-seeking bullets. Oh, we filled the high score list, though. So let's... Oh, we want... Okay, so what's the highest wave that it lets us pick here? And we want to start with 1. Want to see if we can get into the 70,000s, and then we may have been a ninja. Yes, I consider this to have been a wise purchase on the Last Chance sale. I love this game. So you can kind of see when the aliens are going to enter the playfield from the top there. And you can... Oh, that was dumb. I was holding back, but there's like a momentum shift. So it's not instant. And see, you can kind of like anticipate when they're going to come onto the playfield and shoot them down. Go past you. Didn't see that bullet there. I have to be smart. You want to get the that asteroid with the astronaut in it and pick him up, but if it's going to cost you a life, you don't want to do that. Mr. Baseman! Mr. Baseman commented on my recent mini review, Tanks But No Tanks, which I consider to be an awesome game. I love that game a lot. There's lots of different versions of it on different consoles. Cannon Fire Chaos for the Genesis, which is another homebrew that I reviewed, which was a Good Deal Games homebrew. You can go to Good Deal Games and pick it up. Has another version of that. But, so Jeremiah Thomas, who is he's one of my channel members, very knowledgeable about old video games, particularly Atari 2600. He's corrected me on a few occasions, but he commented that he could not believe that I scored Tanks But No Tanks higher than Pitfall. And it is no secret that while I respect Pitfall, and heat-seeking bullet. While I respect Pitfall, it is not my favorite game by any stretch of the imagination. All the screens are pretty samey. You're going left to right or right to left. I understand why people love it, but I don't rank it super high. And so when Jeremiah Thomas commented, he's like, I couldn't believe that this would rank higher than Pitfall. I basically said, I think Pitfall is overrated. Again, I respect its historical place, but it's just, especially nowadays, there are much better games. And even Pitfall 2, I gave Pitfall 2, I think, a 9 out of 10. But I gave Pitfall a 7 out of 10. And Mr. Baseman commented and is like, no, I don't agree with the overrated comment. At the time, it was all we were talking about. And he did mention that, like, he's got 10 years on me. So he was a teenager, and I was a little kid. I was like 6 or 7. Which is fair. But, that said, today, Pitfall isn't the best. If I'm going to be recommending Pitfall to somebody, I'm probably going to be like, it's okay, but you'd probably want to play Tanks But No Tanks. It's a better game. In my opinion, it's more fun. So, and he said touche, but the great thing about giving number scores to anything, these are my number scores. Yours may differ, and I love that kind of comment. You know, you could call me on it. You can be like, oh, that's not a 5, that's a 10, or that's not an 8, that's a 2. Everybody has different preferences, and that's, you know, we embrace that here. I like that kind of conversation. Intelligent Gamer says he still likes Pitfall. Yeah, and that's totally fine. I'm not the judge of what people should like and not like. That's totally cool. What else in the chat? Intellivision Gamer says he has this but hasn't played it yet. You need to play it. This is an awesome, awesome game. And he's been waiting now 13 months for his last chance order. That's getting pretty silly, I know. I did a review, react video on the Atari Network's video on it. And it's one of those things, and it's the same with Atari products. I like Atari products. I don't recommend you buy them from Atari because you wait a lot longer than if you buy it from Amazon. And yes, Casey, Caverns of Mars is a B. Mr. Baseman, this is a free download and the link is in the description. You can play it on Stella. It's an awesome game. And he says, I agree with you. I don't love Pitfall, but I don't think it was overrated. And that is totally fair enough. Make the t-shirt. Do you mean you like the t-shirt? This is a Toronto Prop Expo t-shirt. And the cool thing, the guy that designed this, all the little designs in here are different movie and television props. So you got R2-D2, you got the Genie bottle from I Dream of Genie, you got the Thundercat sword. Lots of cool little things. These are great shirts. All right, let's play one more. And we are going to Go back to wave 1. There we go. Pitfall is an overrated shirt. So we'll play one more of these, and then we'll play some Draconian. Another awesome homebrew. Line and then make them loop. Back here, kill them. Really like to get to 70,000 points. And then I can say I could have been a contender. I can do my best Marlon Brando. Yell Stella into the night. For those of you who aren't aware, that's from A Streetcar Named Desire. That's an old movie. I am a film buff. I work in film and television. I went to film school, so I've seen all those old movies. They're not for everyone, I get that, but I do try to show them to my kids. Growing up, you know, a lot of kids in high school, they're like big music guys. I was a big movie guy. I was that nerd that would listen to movie soundtracks too. I still do sometimes. There's some great ones. John Williams, Alan Silvestri, James Horner. If you're going more modern, some Hans Zimmer. The Rock soundtrack is awesome. And yes, I understand that they're actually scores, but the generally used term is soundtrack. Soundtrack is all the sound and music from a film. The score is just the music. Just to appease any nerds out there, nerds like me. I am aware of that. You probably knew that I was a big movie nerd by the Prop Expo pics at the start of the stream. I generally don't go to conventions anymore, like Comic-Con and stuff like that. Most of the stuff that I'm into is the older stuff, like old Star Trek, Star Wars, the original stuff. And so when I used to go, I would go to meet like William Shatner or Leonard Nimoy, and those guys are older now, they're not really going to those. I respect, you know, people who want to go see the Harry Potter actors, but I worked on 2 of the Harry Potter films. I was too old for it. Never been a big Harry Potter fan. Oh, I made it in the 70,000s! I could have been a contender. I know I'm ignoring chat right now. I will be. Once this game is done, I will go through all your comments. I can see it moving out of the corner of my eye. But I'm focused right now. I gotta pretend that I'm competing for Retro Bliss Ninja Spot. Can we get to 80,000? We're gonna get to 80,000, I think. Oh, no! I jinxed it! I jinxed it! 78,400. That's a pretty good score. I like that. Okay, so let's scroll back here. Um, so Mr. Baseman says that he bets that they forgot Casey's order. I doubt that. Albert, despite how slow all this is, he is pretty well organized. Um, but having to go over a year waiting for your order, it's really not what I would consider acceptable. But I doubt they forgot, but certainly hound them. I know Phil emailed Albert a few times, finally got a response, and then he got his. I don't know if it was bumped up or he was going to be in the next wave of shipments anyway, but he got his pretty shortly after that. Tim from My Drunk Sibling is here. Tim and his sister AJ have an absolutely great channel. I love watching their sibling rivalry episodes every Friday night. Absolutely check out My Drunk Sibling. They're cool guys. They're really funny. They drink and they play old games. Let's move down here. Music is absolutely a big part of movies, Obsidian Contraption. Can you imagine E.T. without the music? Can you imagine Superman without the music? Star Wars, especially. So John Williams really took it. Don't get me wrong, there was John Barry before that, and there were a lot of great composers, but John Williams really made films kind of not created that, but made them super epic, and then there's many that followed in his stead. Um, Many waited like a year or more that I know. I heard about that, so a lot of things. Mr. Baseman says, yeah, he bugged the hell out of him. Kevin Strayed says, music soundtrack can help make or break a movie. It helps one remember scenes or parts of movies. 1,000%. The amount of times I've heard a piece of music, so I consider myself to be a creative guy. I like I do on my intros, and quite often, even for the YouTuber of the Month stuff, I will hear a piece of music and it will inspire me for a scene. Um, yeah. Okay, Operation Shutdown says, I definitely beat a score. So I could have been a ninja. I could have had a card like this that says Juno first, but I didn't play, so I didn't get one. So you gotta play in order to have a chance to get one of those Retro Bliss Ninja cards. I'm Mike. I'm not sure what that is. uh, Thank you very much, Casey, for the super chat. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it very much. Mr. Baseman says, Hans Zimmer nowadays. Yeah, I was really disappointed with Hans Zimmer's Man of Steel soundtrack. It was kind of just like like a couple notes, more of a music cue than a soundtrack. And Interstellar is one of his favorite soundtracks. I'm not, you know what? I haven't seen Interstellar, or have I? I may have, but I don't really recall it. I should watch it again. If it's got a recommended soundtrack, I'll check that out. And Intellivision Gamer is spamming the member emojis for Mike and Drag. He really likes to do that. Okay, let's play some Draconian now. So my best score thus far in Juno first is 78,400. Casey, when you play, you'll have to see if you can beat that. I'm sure you will. But now we're going to play some Draconian. We can start in quad. Well, should we? And we'll start in Sector 1, and then we'll move through them. We'll play on easy so we can get further. That's how we do here on Mike's Gaming Gala. We're not the best gamers, but we like to show as much as we can, so we play on easy. Music is phenomenal. If you own a plus card, you can play for worldwide high score. I could. Hello, Jurgen. It's Casey's saying that Lady Mike is his favorite emoji. I'm glad it is, and I'm glad I could put that in there for you. If we get more members and I unlock more emojis, I'll have to figure out what other characters to put in there. If you guys have any ideas, let me know.